Born originally as Michael King on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, to the Reverend Martin Luther King Sr. From being an unhappy boy who endured punishment from his father almost all his childhood, to become the leader of the civil rights movement and the world's famous hero, Martin Luther King Jr. definitely has some secrets that made him a successful man. But wait, why are some people very successful in life when most other people fail? It must be because successful people know, think, and do certain things which other people don't. Welcome to the Secrets of Success, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. In this video, we bring to you Martin Luther King's 7 secrets of success. By secrets, we mean what he knows, thinks, and does that makes him very successful. Try to watch to the end of this video because secret number 6 can change your life completely. Secret number 1. Find a mentor. In 1959, with the help of the American Friends Service Committee and inspired by Gandhi's success with non-violent activism, Martin Luther King visited Pobanda, Gandhi's birthplace in India. The trip affected him in a deeply profound way, increasing his commitment to America's civil rights struggle. African-American civil rights activist Bayard Rustin, who had studied Gandhi's teaching, became one of King's associates and counseled him to dedicate himself to the principles of non-violence. Rustin served as King's mentor and advisor throughout his early activism and was the main organizer of the 1963 march in Washington.
We will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
In his autobiography, Martin Luther King Jr. wrote, "Christ furnished the spirit and motivation, while Gandhi furnished the method." What's the first thing towards great achievement in life? Finding someone who has done what you want to do and learn as much as you can from the way they have done what you intend to do. Most times you may not find these people to be your physical mentors, but you can find them on the pages of their autobiographies and the books that they have written. Secret number 2. Make your dreams a movement and others will naturally help you. In February 1960, a group of African American students began what became known as the sit-in movement in Greensboro, North Carolina. The students will sit at racially segregated lunch counters in the city stores. When asked to leave or sit in the colored section, they just remained seated, subjecting themselves to verbal and sometimes physical abuse. The movement quickly gained traction in several other cities. In April 1960, the SCLC held a conference at Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina with local sitting leaders. Martin Luther King Jr. encouraged students to continue to use non-violent methods during their protest. The sitting order became successful because it was presented as a movement. Creating movement around your life's mission and conviction is probably the single most valuable strategy to win in the game of life. So many successful people in the world have mastered the art of creating movements. And the good news is that you can create movement around virtually anything, be it political ideology, philosophy, religion, or business. Take Tom's Shoes for instance. Blake McCookie founded Tom's Shoes in the year 2006, and the company runs with the slogan, "Any shoe you buy helps us give one pair of shoe to the needy." That sounds like a movement, but it's a business. After the year 2016 US election, Donald Trump said, "Ours isn't a campaign, ours was a movement." Whatever you want to achieve in life, you'll do well by making other people see it, not just as your mission, but the mission of us all. Secret number 3. Develop your leadership and communication skills. Whenever most people think about the civil rights activism, the name of Martin Luther King Jr. is what comes to their mind. What most people don't know is that there are many other leaders of the civil rights activism. People like Medgar Evers, James Farmer, Fanny Hammer, John Lewis, Eleanor Norton, and Rosa Parks were all leaders of the civil rights movement. So, what makes Luther so famous among the rest of the people? Leadership and communication skills. In our experience, when people of the same belief or mission come together to pursue their goal, the man who becomes famous isn't necessarily the man who knows more than others. Most of the times, the man who becomes famous is the man who has good communication and leadership skills. Young people, if you want to be great in life, you have to develop your leadership and communication skills. Secret number 4. Speak to people's hearts. If you wonder why we believe that communication and leadership skills are prerequisites to becoming great, listen to Luther's famous speech, I Have a Dream.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s skillful rhetoric put a new energy into the civil rights struggle in Alabama. The bus boycott, for example, involved 382 days of walking to work, harassment, violence, and intimidation for the Montgomery's African American community. Luther knew how to speak to people's hearts and get them to be committed to the movement. If you want to go far in life, you mustn't just speak. You must know how to speak to people's emotions and get them to do even tough things. Secret number 5. One success equals more challenges. Flush with victory, African American civil rights leaders recognized the need for a national organization to help coordinate their efforts. In January 1957, Martin Luther King Jr., Ralph Abernathy, and 60 ministers and civil rights activists founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to harness the moral authority and organizing power of black churches. They will help conduct nonviolent protests to promote civil rights reform. King's participation in the organization gave him a base of operation throughout the South, as well as a national platform. The organization felt the best place to start to give African Americans a voice was to enfranchise them in the voting process. In February 1958, the SCLC sponsored more than 20 mass meetings in key southern cities to register black voters in the South. King met with religious and civil rights leaders and lectured all over the country on race-related issues. One victory in life, almost all the time, leads to another. There is no end to struggle. So if you want to go far in life, you must be willing to fight from one end to another beginning. Secret number 6. Be willing to pay the price. If you truly want to go far in life, life is going to deal you some big blow and you must be prepared for it. By 1960, Martin Luther King Jr. was gaining national notoriety. He returned to Atlanta to become co-pastor with his father at Ebenezer Baptist Church, but also continued his civil rights efforts. On October 19, 1960, King and 75 students entered a local department store and requested lunch counter service, but were denied. When they refused to leave the counter area, King and 36 others were arrested. In the spring of 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. organized a demonstration in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Entire families attended. City police turned dogs and fire hoses on demonstrators. Martin Luther King was jailed along with large numbers of supporters, but the event drew nationwide attention. However, King was personally criticized by black and white clergy alike for taking risk and endangering the children who attended the demonstration. From the jail in Birmingham, King eloquently spelled out his theory of nonviolence. Nonviolent direct action seeks to create such a crisis and foster such attention that a community which has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue. Secret number 7. Live for what you can die for. On the 4th of April 1968, Luther was assassinated. It doesn't matter when you die. It matters that you die pursuing something significant. Now, let's discuss. Which of the above lessons from Luther's life makes more sense to you? What other things do you learn from Martin Luther that are not mentioned in this video? Which other successful person would you like us to make a video about? Kindly drop your comment. If you love this video, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, subscribe now and turn on the notification, because we'll help you discover secrets of success from the world's best books and great people. We love you.